All right, so let's dig into traditional marketing strategy around making phone calls. So before you're like, I don't want to do this, just hear me out. There's really classy, great ways to do this. But let's jump in. All right. So, how phone calls grow your coaching business. So, a coach can use phone calls for personalized outreach. You can use it to make potential clients feel valued and engage with them directly to build rapport. Okay. Additionally, phone calls are effective for following up on previous interactions, helping nurture your leads, and increasing the conversion chances. All right. So even though the thought of someone calling out of the blue may give you negative feelings, I want you to reframe your thoughts around this with how many times you received a phone call that meant everything to you. So as a coach, this can be a place that you can play in as well. I recently had a old friend who's also a coach. She does this when she has to either fill an event or, I think she was wanting to ask if she could be on my podcast or something. But the way she does it is so graceful. And I love talking to her. So it's one of these things that if you associate any negative feelings to phone calls, really dig in and find out why, right? Is there a fear of rejection? Sometimes it was, something that may have happened in childhood where a tele-recruiter called during dinner and your mom or your dad got upset. And, so there's some people have feelings when it comes to the phone. Okay. And what I want you to think in terms of is reframing any of those thoughts and say, wow, what if me calling this person? And I mean, you can, I'll give you some ideas and stuff like that, but it's like, you could be the person that lights up their day, right? So let's think about it that way. So, how to use phone calls as a marketing method? So, you can do some things like initial outreach, where this is where you're going to call potential clients to introduce your services and explain how you can help them achieve their goals. I mean, you're not going to just call them and just go right into it. It's, you're going to be much cooler about it. And then, but no, we always want to start a phone call with a goal, right? So it could just be the first time you're reaching out to them. So rather than sending a text, which a text is fine as well, you can text, hey, do you have time to chat? Can you talk at 2:00 today? If you want to do that, whatever you want to do and whatever makes you feel comfortable is what's perfect for you. Okay. Or just, you're going to, take this afternoon and just reach out to people. Okay. So however you want to do it is fine. You can also do follow-up calls as well. So this is where you're reaching out to those potential clients who've shown interest in working with you or your offers because you've had a consultation with them in the past, or they've went to your website, attended an event. And with your website, sometimes on an opt-in, you may want to test out not just giving their name, first name and email, but also a phone number, right? And for texting and, phone calls, if you want to do that. Referral requests. So maybe you want to call people, whether they're previous clients or existing clients or other people, and ask for a referral while sharing your referral perk, right? Making it a win-win-win. Hey, just want to let you know if you know anyone who's this, and that is looking for this transformation, and you refer them, just tee up an email with me. And if they end up becoming a client, I'm going to give you this. And you're going to give them a perk. All right. So referral requests are great for phone calls. Event invitations. So you can call people to invite them to your workshop, your webinar, your coach-a-thon, or any type of conversion event where they can get more value and learn more about your coaching. And then ask them if they have a friend that they want to bring as well. So phone calls are a fantastic way to fill your events too. A phone call framework for you. Okay. So I wanted to give you something. I don't want to just say, yeah, just call people and tell them about your event. Really, we want to be cool about it. And what I mean by that is using a framework of some sort, right? You can keep the calls short and sweet unless the potential client wants to talk more. And then you don't let them talk forever. You want to have boundaries for yourself. But one thing I was told by a mentor in the corporate world is, Terry, you can make any phone call or you can have a hard conversation or any conversation if you put a time limit on it. So you would just say, like for me, sometimes I've been in roles where I had to give like difficult news, right? And it's like, okay, I can do that. Or I have to say something that's not pleasant or put a boundary around things. And she would just be like, make it a 5-minute phone call. right? Just a 5-minute phone call and it's done. And don't push it off till the end of the day. Just get it done, right? And so I was like, okay, I could do that. So whether it's 5 minutes or you want to give yourself 10 minutes or 3 minutes, whatever you want to do, you can put everything in a specific time period, okay? The first thing you want to do is you're going to introduce yourself and build rapport. Building rapport just is about making a connection, right, of some sort, right? So, oh, how's the weather in, Connecticut today? Texas is really hot, blah, blah, blah. Do something, build rapport. Then you can do a check-in. Is this a good time to chat for a few minutes, or you want me to call you back, type of thing, if that feels right for you, okay? So do a check-in to make sure it's a good time. Usually if they're answering their phone, it's a good time. And, if not, you can leave a voicemail if you get a voicemail message for them to give you a call back. Because sometimes people don't answer the phone anymore because they think it's, spam or whatever. You just leave a beautiful voicemail. Then you want to ask a specific but open-ended question, right? If you check in, is this a good time to chat for a few minutes? Yeah, I'm good. Okay, cool. All right. And then you want to ask a specific but open-ended questions, right? A question, hey, I was wondering, I'm having an amazing event for, whatever their niches and that kind of stuff on this date, and was wondering if that would be something you'd be interested in. And if so, if you have any questions, so like open-ended question means not ending in a yes or no. Okay. As much as possible. And then you can take your notes or whatever. And then what you want to do is draw the value of how you can help. So you may, instead of just saying, hey, I'm having this event, da, 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 and just, you could ask, something open-ended around whatever your expertise is in, hey, I was curious, how do you feel it's going with your coaching business these days? Anything new and working for you, or something like that, right? And then, they would tell you or whatever. And then you could be like, oh, as a matter of fact, and you're going to tie in the value of how you can help. Oh, well, that's so interesting because in 2 weeks, I'm having an event that I'm going to be teaching that. And I would love to have you. There's no cost to it. Or maybe there is, maybe there's, $50, it includes lunch, whatever. Give them the invitation for the thing you want them to do and the next step. Right. And then just wrap it up, follow up as needed, right? Just wrap it up. It was so great talking to you, and when possible, if you can find little connection things to, if something comes up that, it's her birthday on Friday, hey, I really hope you have a fantastic birthday and have all the time to celebrate you, and then you could make a note of that and send her a text on Friday just to say happy birthday, stuff like that is really what builds relationships, so it should feel really good. All right. Don't overlook this simple but powerful way to build connections and give invitations. Okay. Just a phone call can also be used as text or direct messages on social media, whatever you want to do. But it's really is a great traditional way to continue to make connections that I feel like so many coaches are forgetting about. They're like, if I can't just post on social or send an email, these are really those things that help build relationships, which is what we want as coaches. All right. So up next, I'm going to dive into discovery sessions and consultations, because that can be also another way that you can continue to market and take them to a next step and give them an offer into your coaching program when it's a fit. All right. Take care.